What you got in that lemonade?
I ain't gonna even lie to you. This ain't even no limit. He said the police think it's water, Playboy. There ain't no water.
There ain't no water. I feel it.
Just a little mixed.
Man.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Urban Coaches Conversations. We got my boy Jerrell in the mix as always.
What it do?
And then we got the one and only
Special guest.
Yes, sir.
Dylan Miles.
Oh yeah, look, I'm gonna let him say all his names. Adam, Instagram. What's your Instagram? Let him know that.
Big D Miles, big CEO,
Yeah.
big bet on yourself,
Yeah.
big rapper, big alpha,
Yeah.
big cozy, big motion bros moving, whatever you want to call me. But you know D Miles gonna do it big every single time, man.
For sure.
Hey, I'm with my guys. We finna have a great episode. Let's do it.
So what we in here, man? We in here having a great conversation. It already popped off a little bit beforehand, but y'all see what y'all see. Anywho, what's going on with you, man? What's new?
Man, I got a lot going on right now.
That's what I know.
I'm finna graduate. I'm finna get my master's in December. That's the biggest focus right now.
Masters in what?
Master's of Public Affairs with a certificate in nonprofit management. Very passionate about, helping the community. One of my biggest dreams was giving a scholarship back in my home district, Humble ISD in Houston, which will probably come within the next 1 or 2 years. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
But aside from the degree, I got a full-time job. If you know, you know. But, really hands-on in the community, really just trying to do all I can to help the next generation. There's a lot going on in the world. So just trying to do my part, my civil duty to make sure that we producing good citizens. Degree, work, and also my brand. I got Hoodies for Homeless coming up, my 5th annual event.
My boy cooking. Let him cook.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My 5th annual
like
Hoodies
it.
for Homeless event. It'll be in Houston this year. I did Dallas last year.
Okay.
It's been a special event. I've been able to give back over 150 to 200 hoodies every year to the unhoused community.
How long you been doing that?
Shit, since 2020.
What got you started in that? That's interesting.
I would say, honestly, my mom. I'm a product of 2 great parents. My dad is a police officer in Houston, over 30 years, so very tenured, very, very locked in.
Yeah, locked in.
My mom, corporate America, showed me the way in that way. And also she showed me how to give back. I was 5 years old, 6 years old, going to the Shell Aviation Heart Walk, participating in events like that, showed me the importance on what giving back mean, and also just having family members that was in different situations, I'm in tune to life. I know what's going on, and I know that, not everybody is as fortunate, so got to make sure that we, pay it forward.
Shout out to mama for that.
Sure.
Hey, wait. My boy Bill Gluckman is down with the bitches and hoes. Nah, you sound like you. Nah, I say that if you know from Malibu's Most Wanted, but nah, in a sense, I say that in a sense like you give me a vibe of like being tapped in and being able to be like, council member or something more than that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in that realm of people will respect it because it's like it's coming from like real life experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's relatable.
Yeah.
So I commend you on that. That's kind of one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to get you on. Like I working with you inside the school, so I was like, okay, man, I see what he got going. He young. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a man is in, motion. You know what I'm saying? So it's about that.
Most definitely.
So yeah, I like that about you. So that's good though. That's what I was gonna say, man. You speaking that speak.
You got a lot of shit going, but I love that you in tune to the community.
Most
You feel what I'm saying? And how old are you?
I'll be 24 next month.
Are you really young
November
to be in
20th.
tune to the community?
Look, that's why I say he's young. So
Yeah.
and we in our 30s at this point.
Yeah,
so
we old.
yeah,
We
shoot.
dinosaurs over here.
I would say though, honestly, so my dad is originally born and raised in Alexandria, Louisiana. If you know that city, that's one of the probably top 10, top 15 murder capitals of the world, the slums for real. So like I'm going back visiting places like that. I'm really seeing my cousins. I'm really seeing my aunties go through it. So as much as I was blessed with having 2 great parents, living in Houston, not no problems, I'm not from the trenches. I never claimed that, but I really seen my family members. I still got family members going through it.
Right.
Family in jail, families that have been killed. I've dealt with that within the last 5 years. I graduated with my undergrad in 2023. From 2020 to 2023, I had a family member killed of every semester, or a friend from high school killed in every semester until I graduated.
Yeah.
So it's like, as much as it might look good on Instagram and, you know, people got stuff figured out, like, I still deal with, you know, the day-to-day. I still deal with having to send money to family. You know, I've been there. So that's what helped me, like, kind of stay in touch with what's going on. So,
but that's what we need. Like, we need people in every aspect of life.
Most definitely.
Grounded, though, and understanding, like, the people at the bottom, but also going to these places so we can change.
And put in
we can put in infrastructure for the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
We need advocates.
Something that you talked about, which, you know, we talk about often on here, is like fatherhood. You talked about how your father played you know, just parenthood in general. And I'm not going to just single out, like, shout out to the mothers. You know, but just in general, how you know what I'm saying, made it a point to put that in there. And I say that in the sense of, because I know my last, my episode with my cousin, she was from Arlington, and I'm from Dallas, but she grew up with us sometimes too. Like, so I knew she kind of had the best of both worlds, but sometimes when we being in Dallas, we might not give Arlington that credit. You know what I'm saying?
About that. We don't be splitting it up.
We don't.
Yeah, so it's like, you ain't gonna really, you can like, man, it's the suburbs, but at the same time, they had their same, you know, whatever's too. So I kind of give that light to, like, all right, sometimes it be situations to where maybe I didn't grow up in the hood, but I grew up with a daddy that showed me shit and taught me well and presented structure in those ways and those manners. And I intentionally used to go back to take my kids to my cousin's house over in Holland Hill.
They need to see it.
Go outside, like,
they need to see it.
Be in there. You know what I'm saying?
Go get roughed up. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Giving back to, I give back at the Boys and Girls Club. I intentionally put my kids in there. Like, I want to see you in that environment. Hey, and just because. Just to be, you know, diverse, or, you know what I'm saying, be able to understand different sides, because once we go back, we're going back to Duncanville.
It also help you, like, when you mixing in with them different crowds, you know, different races of people, because you understand what your people going through, and you can help other people of those other races articulate that, you know. Enough education, enough, you know, going to school, you're going to be able to communicate
You the bridge.
The problems that we having.
Yeah, you the bridge.
And they're willing to relate to you once you're able to communicate it. They'll understand it. So that's one thing I learned for sure.
And we can get stuff changed just by being the bridge. Like, okay, this person can't articulate exactly what they want to say.
Facts.
I can.
Because they don't understand the culture, the music all the time. You know, just what we do. But and how we feel, because they not. But at the end of the day, if someone able to communicate and, like, hey, and show them the problems that we dealing with, I've seen results come from that.
Yeah.
Side note, I was gonna say, flip your mic around.
Oh yeah, flip it upside down. Yeah,
just twist it. Yeah, you good. But that's cool, cause I say that I agree with that a little bit, cause I grew up in North Dallas. I did a lot of moving, but like, you know what I'm saying. And granted, it might have came from like the housing situation, but I was around different environments. Like, I used to skateboard when I was young. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Too. BMX riding.
I used to skateboard like crazy. Like, so, and then when I moved back to the hood, it was like, oh, you the Black Tony Hawk. Like, it was like, it kind of died out. And then, like, granted, I still play football, basketball like a mug. But I did, but just being in those environments or going to those different schools helped me kind of like articulate in different rooms. You know what I'm saying? And just like, even with the Boys and Girls Club, I give a lot of credit to them, because I was able to go to different places, see different things, see different people. You know what I'm saying? That gave me a different a light on life, that kind of made me want to push past Royal Crest. You know what I'm saying? Push past those little things that I feel like people use to make excuses. And I'm not knocking nobody's struggle, but it's like, what you want to do? Is we gonna sit here or we gonna go? You know what I'm saying?
I would say I'm the same way. Like, I'm from Humble, Texas. It's a
we know. I know what Humble is.
It's a suburb on the outskirts of Houston, 59 North.
Jimmy Butler from Humble.
Tomball, but it ain't too far. That's the Woodlands area.
Yeah.
But basically, I called it the Humble curse. I went to Humble High School my first 3 years, and then I transferred to Summer Creek, which is actually in the same district. Some will say I pulled a Kevin Durant move. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you go get a ring?
Honestly, I graduated in the year 2020, so that was the year of COVID. So nobody in that year won state, but we did lose in the 4th round to Bel Air High School. The 4 teams at state was, I think, Duncanville, Wiley, Dickinson, and one other school. I can't remember that 4th school. I got guys from all of them schools that end up playing high major D1. Tremont Mark from Dickinson is at University of Texas right now. So these guys that I grew up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get a state ring, but I did pull a.
Yeah, no, sometimes you gotta do what's
But
best
I would
for you.
say people in Humble, I called it the Humble curse. People that were the star basketball players on the team, like that I grew up watching from that district, would always go off to school, get in trouble within 2 to 3 years, and end up coming back, working a regular job.
Yeah.
So I used to always kind of make it a point. I don't want to stick to that Humble curse.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like, with me going through finishing school, finna get my second degree in December, like I think that I really kind of, stayed focused. I still gotta, get there.
Yeah,
but
of course. But now you working, you know what I'm saying?
Most
I
definitely.
say, shoot, sometimes you do gotta pat yourself on the back for that.
Yeah, you 24, man. You on the right path. You definitely ahead of the curve. You know, you see that with your.
What was you doing at 24, Jerrell?
At 24, I was getting my life back started. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in the hood pretty much 80% of my time.
Right.
And I thought Oak Cliff was life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like we looked at people that was on the outskirts like, oh, you got a good life. And but until I got older, I moved with my dad. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to see he lived in the country and it's mostly other races. And I got to see like, oh, the world is bigger than this hood. So I started off rough, but when I seen more, then I wanted more. And then that's where it catapulted me too.
Let's go.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, boom, 24. Dang. So when you graduate, where you go? What school you went to? College?
So I graduated high school, class of 2020.
Yeah.
No prom.
Yeah,
no senior picnic.
Your graduation went across the screen.
Damn, y'all didn't have prom.
No prom.
Yeah.
No
They sent y'all a
senior
text
picnic,
message.
no senior skip day.
Yeah.
I graduated. Graduation's supposed to be in May. I graduated in July. We did get a stadium graduation, but
Oh yeah, I got a graduation.
Yeah,
my nephew.
We had to wear masks though.
Yeah,
so
our nephew went to Carter. His went across the
It
news
was
screen.
trash. Yeah, it was a lot going on.
I had to look at your walk to see
Man, it was crazy. National Honor Society for nothing, like basically.
Yeah.
So boom, then I ended up getting so I went Division III to University of Texas at Dallas. Division III at the time, or I don't know if they still do, but they didn't give athletic scholarships at the time. But I was fortunate enough to get an academic scholarship to UT Dallas that paid for my tuition, my housing.
Yeah.
I played basketball there for a year. And then I just kind of had an inclination. I dealt with some injuries at the end of my freshman year.
They said people from Houston can't hoop anyway. That's what they
I
said.
ain't gonna lie, before on record, I played. I started as a freshman in college. I played in the conference tournament.
Pop your shit.
I was on all freshman team and all freshman academic team. So let's not do that. I was number 2 in the conference for 3-point field goal percentage as a freshman.
Yeah. Now when I see your page and I see you hoop, I was like, I thought you was from here. I'm like, okay, cool.
I decided to step away from the game of basketball.
That jumping
That's how
pretty.
I feel too, though. I did too.
No cap. Like,
Too early, but I did.
I want, and that's what I feel like now. Now that I see how things are going in the landscape of sports, like I for sure could have played a full 4 years.
Yeah.
But things happen. I want to be known for more than a basketball player at the time.
Yeah.
That's what God put on my heart.
And I commend you for that because a lot of people get stuck in sports
Man.
and can't pivot from that.
I get texts from this day. Like I have friends that have played at all levels, from Division I to NAIA, and they text me, "Hey, when did you know that it was time to step away?"
Yeah.
These people are dealing with these things on a daily, but they don't
I seen something like that on
care to
TikTok.
voice. I'm telling you, and it's much more going on, especially with the landscape of NIL. If you're not a kid that's getting paid, if you're at a Division II, what's the point? If you're just looking at everybody above you that you looked up to, you got to really love it.
Yeah.
If you do love it, great, stick with it.
I mean, but college degree.
And most definitely, my situation was, even though I stopped playing, that academic scholarship was still tailored to academics. If I was at a Division II, Division I, I might have had to transfer and pay for school.
Gotcha.
That was the blessing. Yeah. So I would say if you are continuing to play for that reason, yes, the degree is most important.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that has saved me in life, But people do have to understand kind of when it's time.
Yeah, but if that's how a lot of people I see, that's all they know. So when it's time to pivot, that's when the fear starts.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's the shout out to your mom and your daddy. They prepared you for other stuff outside of that. So that's lovely.
Most definitely.
Okay. Dang, I'm just taking everything in, bro.
It's a blessing, bro.
Nah, for sure. And then definitely, you went to college. You said Big Alpha. When you pledged?
Spring 22, Solo Ace Club. Tall's Eye chapter, University of Texas at Dallas.
By yourself?
By myself. Me, God, me and God.
Yeah.
Hey,
Me, God, and my dean, man.
Yeah.
you had to
Okay.
make sure.
Shout out to my DP.
I don't know a whole lot, but I can only imagine that you had to.
Endure.
God bless you, man. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we gonna move past.
Nah,
so.
but Greek organizations, if you are interested, you know they are.
Not in a good way.
Yeah, facts.
I meant that in a good way.
Fact. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
nah.
We'll leave it there. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, for sure. But so I be seeing you doing like different like parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What that be like? You young, loving that life, I'm sure.
Fun fact, I've been throwing parties for my birthday. Like my birthday coming up in November. I'm a Scorpio. My birthday coming up November 20th. I've been throwing a party for my birthday since I was 15 years old. 15, I did a little birthday bash. 16 was the biggest bash I had. 17, party bus. 18, club party. 19, hotel kickback. 20, and so on. So basically, I turned 24 this year, but I'm a part of a nightlife group called Cozy Hospitality, a very tenured group. 2 guys, David Choice and Santana. His original name Kyle. They from South Dallas.
You didn't want to say his name.
Yeah, nah. They think they graduated from some
Shout out
schools
to
in the
them.
area about 2012, 2013. Those my big bros.
I heard some chips or something, boy. Them must
Nah,
loud.
somebody munching on something. That's the cameraman.
Cameraman hungry.
Cameraman hungry.
Them must loud.
Nah, we fucking with you.
But nah, I'm in the Cozy Hospitality. They founded that group. I think they in year 4 or 5 doing just club stuff.
Yeah.
But they started off at Texas A&M Commerce doing parties like that. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Aquaholics, the big pool party that used to be back in the day.
Nah, I don't know.
No?
I ain't
Okay.
a party. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Heard
wasn't
that.
in the
Heard
mix.
that.
But you know, I'm sure a lot of people heard of it, but I wasn't in the mix.
Yeah, it's cool though. So I do that kind of Friday through Sunday, working my job Monday to Friday, and then on the weekends, I'm booking sections, trying to cultivate experiences for people.
I seen you had hair. What made you cut off the hair? Yeah, your hair go right along with the
My
party.
boy
life.
said cultivate experiences. for
Cultivating
people at the club.
experiences.
You heard me?
Club vibe curator is what I call it.
Yeah, I
Vibe
like that. That's some AI shit right there.
That's why I'm like, when I see you was in the parties, you had the hair. I'm like, the hair go
Yeah.
perfect with party.
I've
promoter.
been
What
one-
made you cut it?
I've changed my haircut probably every 6 months to a year.
Oh yeah.
Since I was a kid, though, I've always
One of
went
them
from
people.
waves to growing in and out to a fro. I had a mohawk in middle school.
I was
Yeah.
just about to ask, did you have a mohawk?
You had to have.
I had a mohawk to where we tried to sponge it. Like
You trying to sponge your mohawk?
we had a mohawk and we used to put live in it and then sponge it.
Yeah,
we had a
really
spiky
crazy.
mohawk.
Oh yeah.
Fifth to 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know I was rocking the spiky mohawk.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Nah,
Shoot.
fact.
I don't think I ever had a mohawk, but
Don't do it.
Yeah, I never had nothing
I would
outside
say
the
this-
taper fade.
I used to wear sports goggles. I used to wear the specs.
Oh,
with
yeah?
glasses.
What?
Yeah.
I used
What
to
I
wear
was
them.
gonna say, so my son got glasses now, and like,
Yeah.
and I was and before he just recently got them, like within the past few months, and I was like, I was telling him like, shit, you can't see it. I think he making an excuse. I'm like, you need to sit closer to the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
Right.
And then so boom, he had got them a few months ago. And I looked through him. I said, "Oh shit, my nigga could
He
not
blind.
see." I said, "Damn!"
Yeah.
I immediately said, "I'm sorry, son.
Like that.
I'm sorry." Like my nigga was out there winging it, boy.
I was born with a lazy eye, so like I'm one of them kids like that. I had the thick lens.
Yeah.
My glasses growing up, like my right eye is 20/20, but my left eye, all my friends know.
That's crazy.
So did you get teased a lot? about
What?
it? Yeah.
That's my. I don't have an insecurity in life except for my lazy eye. Like,
Yeah.
And I know I really shouldn't care.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the only thing
It's subconscious.
that when people mention it, I'm
Right.
like, damn, I got to explain that
Yeah.
again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything else, you can say anything about me. My lazy eye,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a little hurt. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it on me.
Yeah, nah, I feel
They be
it.
calling me Forrest Whitaker growing up. Like, yeah, Lil Eye.
Ah, they cold.
Shout out to Cozy. They be on me. They be calling me Lil Eye now.
Man,
Y'all
kids
not
the
slick.
meanest people you
Laughing
gonna
ain't
be,
free.
man.
I'm gonna scold y'all back. I got
Yeah,
y'all. I done
nah.
learned Dallas terminology. I be scolding now.
Nah, definitely be firing somebody up.
So when you came here in college, you never left after that?
Nah, I never left. I never fully went back to Houston permanently.
Yeah, you want
I go
to?
back. Nah. Houston, growing up there doing 18 years, it was cool. Now it's more so influencer city. A lot of people are moving there for the experience. It's not just, it don't feel like home no more.
Too much traffic. Well, you ain't got to worry about the traffic. You going to get to
No,
your house.
I do got to worry about the traffic because everything I want to do.
But I mean, you in the Woodlands. You going to get to the Woodlands.
I'm in Humble.
Everything in Houston far.
From the Woodlands, it's worse.
That's what I'm saying. Once you get to the Woodlands, you're good, right?
No. If anybody from the Woodlands want to go out to camp, Dome,
you got to go south.
They got to go south to downtown, to Westheimer by the Gallo.
Yeah.
That's an hour drive from the Woodlands for sure. Humble is 30 minutes. Yeah, like it's
30
bad.
30 miles, 1 hour.
Nah, I for sure got to worry about the traffic. It's certain days where I would just stay at the house. Like, I'm not leaving. There's no point.
Yeah, I drive for a living. I used to live in Houston, and I was down there when which hurricane was that?
Harvey.
I was down there for Harvey, and I was like, man, it was already bad before that.
My homeboy lost his house during the Harvey. Man.
Yeah,
like, shit got serious.
Yeah, I had a cousin down there. I had to pick him up and bring him back to Dallas.
We slept with my granny during Harvey. I remember that, or Ike, one of them.
Yeah, they was living like in an apartment on the north side, and the whole first floor was
bad.
It was ugly. I was like, man,
it get bad.
Yeah,
most definitely.
So, boom. I was listening to everything y'all was saying, but I can't relate to the Harvey thing. But shout out to Sarah. She from out there. So, boom. I was gonna ask you. It's like, what's your 5-year plan? I know you got something figured out. And not to say that you need to. And I say this as.
And that's the biggest thing, like
an old nigga at this point. Dealing with it.
Yeah.
But like, shoot, sometimes you don't fully know, but. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like, where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
Where I see myself, working in the sector that I work in now, I'm not sure if that'll be where I'll be in 5 years, but helping people is something that I'm passionate about. So I know whatever I do will be revolving around that, whether that's nonprofit work, whether that's local government work, whether that's athletes. I have a lot of friends that are, in the league, emerging prospects. My main goal initially was being a sports agent, going out of college, getting my marketing degree, but just understanding how that landscape worked. I had an internship with Musgrove Agency, working with the Dallas Mavs, Dallas Wings. Getting into that space, you need time. Guys got to get to their second contract before they just, really trust you with the business with me being so young. So in 5 years, I say myself working somewhere in a job or having my own company. I think I'll still be in Texas. I do like, the Southern hospitality vibe. I feel like I can just visit anywhere else and just have a good time. I don't really got to leave my family. I'm very family oriented.
Yeah.
But a lot of people ask me that, where do I want to be? It's so many avenues that I can go.
Right.
I can stop everything, serious 9-to-5 wise and go with the nightlife. I can quit the nightlife and go fully government. I can start my own, business. So I don't have that figured out right now. But I think I know I want to help people. I know I want to have work-life balance. I know I want to be able to enjoy my life and, turn others up, as well as be able to, be serious in the light.
Right.
So I think in 5 years, it could be a mix of things, but within the next 1 to 3 years, that's when I'll have that answer.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Speaking of like, working in different like realms of the world.
Yeah. It's hard.
How do you feel like, working with white people versus black people? And I say that in the sense of like, sometimes I feel like, and this is no knock, but sometimes, and it hurt my feelings, the worst experiences that I have with working with people come from, who would y'all guess?
Yeah, our people.
Our people.
Which one of our people?
What you mean?
Which one of our people? It's two of our people, women and male.
Black people.
It's more, but yeah.
Being more
It's more
wise.
specifically
males, black males,
females,
black females.
Yes, like I
in business.
And
that's shocking.
And like, well, maybe not in the sense of like certain businesses, but in like I work with like in schools. I do like I work with a nonprofit, so I do a lot of things within schools. So and even I work with the Boys and Girls Club as well. My experiences with them be like kind of like rude almost. I'm almost like, dang, why you being like that? We trying to turn up, you know what I'm saying? Be good and whoop, whoop, whoop. But it's like, it's just an attitude, and I just kind of like, I just hope that is, just my perspective and not everybody else.
I think it's in the sense of though, like it could be
It's me.
Black women though, they already fighting so much, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like they got that chip on their shoulder, so
Yeah.
they might. It may not be intentionally to you, but you feel it, you know, towards you because they walking with that demeanor.
So
that's how I would look at it, just to kind of alleviate
Like
that.
automatically defensive.
Yeah, right. You know,
immediately,
I'm always kind of side with us, but
Yeah.
like, you know, I do feel that though. I've had some bad experiences with, you know, our people.
Yeah.
I've started a clothing brand, and one of my
the white people do, or just different
Man,
people
it's
do
bad.
be rude, but
Yeah, they got a white people got a corporate assholeness about them.
some
You know,
of them.
it's more.
it's just a given though.
yeah,
it's
You
a-
expect
verbal.
it.
It's a arrogance about it. Like
Yeah.
you feel entitled.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
more entitlement. Yeah, I would say more
Right.
entitlement for sure.
And sometimes working with white people, it be them white people that you don't really know. Like, I ain't gonna say they not racist. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know that they not having something
Passive-aggressive.
against you, but at the same time, they don't understand that I don't know. I know that I'm pretty sure that they understand like the privileges that they carry in different rooms compared to their black friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like different unrelatabilities with that. So it's like sometimes it do be good to see like men in certain realm, or certain, like, I can't speak for certain other things, but I can say within the schools or within like
Right.
teaching our kids, like sometimes like some of those attitudes be warranted
Are
because
you
it's
more
all
on-
they see.
Are you saying coworkers or you saying like parents?
Shit, all of the above.
Both.
Like, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to shine like no dim light on black
Yeah,
women
yeah.
at all. Like, it's just like I'm just wondering, like, what do your experiences be like? Who do you be like? Oh, I be having this issue with these kind of people, and like, you know,
I think the same issues that y'all probably have, like I run into, you know.
yeah,
There's kids who got harder situations than me, and I pay my rent, got car notes, got bills. Like, there's people that's doing that in high school. There's kids that's in that mentorship group that we was in,
yeah,
that's taking care of their families, you know. So like, I think with my ability to know that I have cousins, aunties that are dealing with the same thing, I will always tell a kid in that situation, I can't relate to you personally, but I can show you with what I'm doing and being connected to the people. I've been connected to people in higher ups that were billionaires, and I've been connected to people who didn't have anything. So you can come from this and be this
right.
if you network, if you keep your head on straight for long enough, if you just stay focused for long enough, if you don't let the distractions get to you for long enough, if you watch your surroundings for long enough,
The discipline.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
But I got cousins who have had to pay their grocery bills, so I didn't understand some of the things that they did in the streets. I respected it,
right.
but it's also a sense of, I tell them, you know, the consequences that come with certain things. You know, I've had friends that have been to jail, been to rehab. I've had friends that are still dealing with it. I tell them, you know, the consequences. I'm not the friend to really call to you know.
Are you honest?
Yes, man.
I'm not a yes man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and all my partners can attest to this. From Houston to Dallas to frat bros, I'm not the person to call when you get into it, and because you know I done told you 10 times before you got there.
Right,
you
right.
know, I'm gonna send you the warnings before you even get there.
Right.
So I respect it, but you got to know what you know.
And that's
you
what
gotta be a
that's
grown
what
man.
we
always know what
need.
you getting
You
yourself
got to be a grown
into.
man to stand on it.
Yeah,
at certain
as a
things,
culture,
yeah.
that's what we need, is the accountability.
Bro,
Yeah.
I don't like friends around me that's yes man. Like, I really get into it with my partners.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
For sure.
and we need that. I don't think conflict is a bad
Yeah,
thing.
it's
at
not.
all.
It's not.
Nah,
it's not.
you know,
We need
and
that friction.
sometimes people take criticism as jabs. It's like, nah. Sometimes, my best friend is the person I used to get into with the most. We don't really bump heads like we used to.
That's good.
But we used to bump heads the most, and it was just like, shit. He telling me his truth. You know what I'm saying? It's some respect to come out of it, like, or just within within my friend groups or whoever. It's like you can be like, okay, well, Glen gonna go ahead and be honest about some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna play you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so my shit coming from genuine perspective. So yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, we need that because I think it's like a iron sharpen iron.
Yeah.
If I can see your mistakes, I can tell you.
We
Yeah,
gotta
you
be
might
the
not like
best.
it when I say it right
It's
now.
hard to touch
but
these
you can,
kids, boy.
But you can go home and think about it. Like, all right.
And like, I got, like, I'm okay, 2 degrees. before 24. I got partners with their own businesses. I got partners that make music. I got partners that's in the league. One of them, shout out Zion Childress, just got signed to the Cowboys. He on their active roster right now. So we have different experiences within our little group. It's all about holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
Like we gonna all fall short in something.
That part.
But when we fall short, are we gonna let it slide or are we gonna check each other?
Yeah, you got
it's value in that group.
It gotta be that. It gotta be that. If it's not that, I don't want to be in it. Like, and they know that.
Yeah, and you know, and I say that's true because like within my group message with my partners, it's like if we ain't gonna be honest with you, if you ain't gonna get the truth, you gonna get the truth, boy. I'm telling you, like, because it's just, but like, you kind of respect it. You might get mad and not even agree with it, but it's like
respect it.
You respect it. You gonna come through, and you know what I'm saying, and still be cool. I'm not gonna be, you know what I'm saying. It's value to me. It's value in you kind of jeopardizing our friendship to tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying, or your truth, so to speak.
A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, as long as you're doing it with love, I feel like that's the main aspect. I can tell you what I'm saying is out of love, because I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
And they'll understand that. That's your best friend. You know, I had Glen telling me this, but he ain't telling me this because he think I'm a bum. He telling me because I don't want you to be a bum.
Right.
It's two different ways.
So what do you do? So what do you do when just random conversation? Like, say if it's a partner that just like he ain't trying to get it. Do you just gotta be like, fuck him?
I mean, I've dealt with it. Like, I've had partners like that. And honestly, I am a like, shit, fuck them. Like, it's been that, it's certain people that, and honestly, even though I say, fuck them.
It's like, not fuck them, though. It's just like,
bro, I know these people parents. Like, if I see them, it's love.
Yeah.
If they ever needed me, I'll pick up. But it's certain things that we just don't align on, like, in this stage of life. And I don't hate you for it. I understand you got your own life. But it's just certain communications we don't deal with. Like, it's a partner that I grew up with since the 6th grade. We kind of fell out within 5 to 6 months ago. And, you know, I texted him kind of putting my pride to the side, you know. Yeah, we got into it, but let's just at least chop it up. Even if we agree to disagree, like, I just at least want to allow you to get your side off, I get my side off, and we do that. We 23 years old doing that, though. I know 30-years that wouldn't do it.
Yeah, wouldn't do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, so I was just proud of us to be able to do that. And we still don't follow each other on Instagram, but I love him to death. I love his mama. If they ever need me, you know, like, it's love. But on certain things we don't agree on, so we gonna stay away from each other right now. Like,
and some people need to go bump their head against the wall to understand.
So
they'll come back and tell you.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like just the perspective that you got. Like, I can say me, I ain't really have a whole lot of examples, so I bumped my head a lot till I was like picking it up. Like,
that was the difference.
So like you know what I'm saying? Like, your daddy helped a lot. Like, showed you a lot.
I had a real example. Like, my father is
your mom and stuff.
Like the example of a real man. Like, my father, like, born and raised in Louisiana, moved to Houston when he was 12. Military, Marine for 4 years, fought in the Persian Gulf War. Got out of the war, ended up becoming a police officer. He on, I think, year 29, going into year 30. He might have hit year 30 this year. Very disciplined. I grew up getting up at 5 in the morning to go to the barbershop, things like that. Taking me to different communities that our families lived in, taking me to different events. And just him being a police officer, I heard a lot of stories, you know. I heard a lot about kids overdosing. So when I'm getting to high school, he's telling me, okay, these are the things you're going to be presented with. Drugs, weed, pills, you know, be careful. Watch your friends around you. A lot of my friends changed their life because they know they can't do certain things around my people. My best friend since 6th grade, Malik Nash, he got a clothing brand, Stay on Pluto clothing brand. Met him in the 6th grade, was a risky kid, at-risk kid. He'll tell you that. Start working out with me, playing basketball, start taking him after school on Fridays. We hooping, bringing him around certain different environments. Like, now he in college, he got a child, taking care of his family, you know, things like that. And he would tell you himself, my dad was one of the reasons that kind of steered him that way. So that was my biggest influence. But also having, alongside my dad, uncles, you know, coaches. Those were the people that I kind of cleaned on to. And then with my dad kind of showing me to watch my surroundings, I saw the examples of people that came before me that messed up. Like I said, the kids from high school, the humble curse. I was going to the high school game, so I'm following you on Instagram, Facebook to see where you going after this. Okay, you get a scholarship. Why you not on the roster 2 years later? Okay. Oh, found out they got in trouble for smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? So now, as I'm going into high school, I'm watching. I was one of them kids in high school. I wouldn't talk to a girl who smoked weed. I wouldn't.
Me neither.
You know, like, respectfully, I'm grown. Like, I feel different about it now.
I ain't try weed till college.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really was against all that alcohol. Like, I wasn't with it until I got to college. And now I promote nightlife. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
it happens.
It's like, I waited my turn on a lot of stuff, you know, because I was raised right. And that's one of the biggest blessings that I have.
Wait your turn. That was deep.
You got to wait your turn. A lot of people trying to live too fast. Some people are forced to live too fast. So I really respect it. But it's a lot of people who are in my situation, too, who had good upbringings, who just wanted to get involved in other stuff.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like,
that's
like,
what I don't respect.
You're 24, so you are part of the younger generation. So how important was your daddy on stopping you from wanting to be because it's more of them than of your daddy. It's one daddy and then it's them.
But it's monitoring though. Like my house in middle school, every Friday we hooped at my house after school. So like my dad is there. Okay, we want to go to the movies. Everybody gonna come here first before we, you know, I'm not knocking anybody else's parents, but they just knew my parents was like the strict ones for real. Like, so,
and you know, it's respect that come with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? People clearly cling to or like
they respect it to this day. I was just out before I came here. Somebody who knows my dad sent them a picture of me out. Like, it deal with, I've had police officers in Dallas, DPD. I'm walking outside of Vivo at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, my son. And like, just making sure I'm straight. I could be drinking, I could be having a good time, but it's the respect that come with it. It's the care. You know, I appreciate that. But it steered me from a lot.
It kept you tight. It kept you on the straight line.
Very on the straight line. I'm telling you. I don't play around.
The idea or the reality of knowing about consequences.
Man.
And it show how important fathers are. You know what I'm saying? You, as a man, you gotta be involved because this is what it changed the 24-year-old. Because if we think of 24-year-olds, we thinking they YB.
YB.
You still saying YB.
Nah, for sure. Cause
and I hate that that's a stigma though. Like I really hate that that's like, but it is what's going on.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of people who are willing to reach back. You know, conflict resolution specialist, mentorship. Like there's not a lot of people. I know that's what I'm talking about your bio, your Instagram bio. I'm looking like those are people who are willing to come into the schools and really help out. If we touch them before they get to 12 years old, 13 years old, before they get introduced to drugs, before they get introduced to sexual intercourse, things like that, that tear them away from school, from education, like jobs, that's where we got to get them at. Like, so that'd be my biggest thing. I really just want to, I hope that, you know, podcasts like this, programs that we involved in can really help, you know, that next generation coming up, because I hate that YN stigma, you know, like it's going on. But it's like, it could be so much better if we just...
Yeah, that made me think of like, when I grew up, they never taught us job. I grew up in Oak Cliff in the hood.
Right.
I was standing on the block, drinking my liquor, the whole nine. I remember just growing up.
He was a young old nigga.
Trying to...
drinking a 40
at
12.
I'm the youngest person in the old group. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got me by like 10 years at least.
Yeah.
Right? But they taught us hustle. And I vividly remember being 18 and having a girlfriend, and she was like, why don't you get a job? And I was like, I never actually thought of it at all until she said it. Then that's what got me into the workforce of legal life. I was like, nobody ever said get a job. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. We got money, but we never thought getting money in a job. You know what I'm saying?
Look what the girls make them do, man.
A woman to change your life.
She will. The right woman will change your life, for sure.
And he who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Man, for real.
Yeah, for sure. On that note, we gonna kind of close out a little bit, but man, like you were saying, you was talking about your hoodie stuff.
Okay.
Shout that out, man, because I think that's good. We did some giveaways where we gave away shirts, socks, and different things like that. But like to give away your hoodies, like you got your own. Like, are they like with your logo brand on it, or like?
I'm gonna explain the whole process.
Yeah, tell me about that before we get out of here.
So Hoodies for Homeless, that originated in 2020. So every year, it started off as $30 a hoodie with tariffs, inflation, the government. It's $40 now to sponsor a hoodie. So that $40 will cover a hoodie being produced with, this year they'll have the mission statement of my brand on it. And then we'll give those away to the homeless. I have a food partnership with Triple J Smokehouse out of Houston, Texas. The best barbecue in Houston, Texas. Shout out to the Scales family. Thank you so much for your continued support. And And also we give away toiletries. I've also collabed now. I'm finna announce. I'll let y'all get the sneak peek.
Yeah.
I'm finna collab with Network in the Streets. It's a blog out of Houston. Real tapped into, we'll say the hood. Like they tapped into the people who really want to help out with the community. So they're gonna be advertising for older shoes to give away, as well as hoodies and socks. So they'll be doing that. So you got hoodies, you got toiletries, you got food, you got socks, all that under one arena. 2020 Congress Street in Houston, Texas, December 20th at 12 noon. This is the 5th annual Hoodies for Homeless. This is an event that means a lot to me. Like I said earlier, my mom, showed me the importance of giving back as a kid. So being able to give back to the unhoused community, last year we did it in Dallas, touching a space that has grown me into a man. I wouldn't be a man without Dallas, Texas, so it was important to touch back. Now I'm going back home. This year will be very special, so if you are interested in donating or helping out and volunteering, you can follow me on Instagram at betondyl_, BETONDYL_, and then my brand page is betonyourself_clothing. BETONYOURSELF_clothing. We'll be doing the 5th Bet on Yourself Hoodies for Homeless pop out. It's gonna be a great event. We're trying to get the news out there. They came out before ABC 13. Shout out Joe Gleason. Hopefully to see you again. 97.9. I need you. I'm trying to get radio stations. We're trying to make it the biggest event ever.
Yeah, we need everybody.
Every Christmas, the weekend before Christmas, we do Hoodies for Homeless. So it'll always be around December 20th to 23rd. So I'm really excited. It's a blessing to be able to give back, and let's do it. Let's see what we can do.
Definitely gonna have to check it out. What I was gonna say, for anybody that's looking, that's how you do it. He shot it out. Now he shot it out for sure, for good. But that's another episode. You got something to say? You want to leave people? Boom, that's another episode, man. We appreciate you coming in, bro.
Conversations.
I got you. Urban culture conversations. It's a conversation about the people from our culture. Okay. I didn't want to say black, but you know what I'm saying?
I want to say personally, thank you to Glen and Urban Culture Conversations for having me out. It was a great experience. They really doing great things, trying to teach y'all the game, trying to give y'all a real life perspective on what's going on. So make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all follow them on Instagram. Wherever they releasing it, make sure y'all tap in. Let's do it.
Sure. That's it.
100. Thank y'all.
Appreciate that,
My brother.
Yes. We're gonna